And a very good evening. Welcome to Sports City, your home of sports analysis. You are with me, Big Clinton Odhiambo, and joining me on Panditry is top sports editor Elvis Odhiambo. Karibu sana ndugu. Uko salama?
Niko salama sana. Asante. I'm very excited to be here, especially because of the sports highlights that we have for you, the results of the Kenyan athletes,
Right.
local, the transfer market, and all the pre-season friendlies that we have been taking place. So, yesterday, I know you watched the game and you saw what happened in the football world. Some were disappointed, some were excited, and that is the nature of football as we know it. So I know right now you can interact with us on YouTube, WhatsApp. Don't forget to follow us and join us and interact with us. Feel free to share your opinions. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube and
Right.
WhatsApp. Share with us your comments and your opinions. For your opinions are very important for us, and that will help lead the discussion here with us on Center with Bill and myself. Now let Bill continue the show and we'll
Alright.
discuss more as we go.
Thank you so much, Elvis, for that. My sign language interpreters this evening are Anne and Tobias Omondi. And of course, just like Elvis has mentioned, 021980384 is our SMS and WhatsApp number. We are going to inquire, we need some of your opinions as far as today's topics are concerned. Now, it was a great weekend full of action. We had the NSL playoffs, that is the National Super League playoffs between Wazito FC and Migori Youth, where Wazito FC managed to once again retain their position in the FKF Premier League, surviving relegation. It was unfortunate for Migori Youth, who wanted to really feature to the KPL for the first time in history, but then again they'll have to wait for next season, hopefully. And also we have the ongoing Women World Cup as well, that is continuing right now as we speak. And a lot of action is witnessed. Remember, it is being held in Australia. It is jointly hosted by Australia and New Zealand. We're going to talk about that and also give you some highlights on how the games are ongoing. Not forgetting the whole drama that is happening with Gor Mahia. We need your opinion on that. They have been bundled out of the CAF Champions League. They have been disqualified because of failing to pay some of their former players. And we're going to talk about that as well. Now, for not forgetting some of the pre-season friendlies, kama unaweza ona ndugu amevaa Manchester pale, so you already know what's happening as far as pre-season friendlies is concerned. Manchester United getting past Arsenal. We are going also to talk about that. And then let's start, Elvis, with the NSL playoffs, the relegation playoffs, as well as the promotion playoff that is between Wazito FC and Migori Youth. Wazito FC managed to win 3-0. That is in the second leg after the first leg ilisha 0-0. And it was down to 90 minutes. Kumbuka ingepita kama no one had scored, ingeenda for 2 penalties. But then again, Wazito got the 3 goals courtesy of their player, that is Robert Onyango, the captain, and Robert Molwe, as well as Collins Neto, were on the score sheet for Wazito FC. Now, in your own opinion, of course, they survived relegation. They have a chance to battle it out against the other top teams in the FKF Premier League. That is the Kenya Premier League. What is your opinion on how how the game went down between Wazito and Migori?
Okay, thank you so much, Bill. I want to truly congratulate Wazito because before I thought maybe Migori Youth will beat them because they wanted to join the KPL.
Yes.
But it was by bad luck. I think maybe they lost their confidence. But Wazito FC kept on pressing throughout that game. The captain Onyango, we saw the discussion he had with the squad, and to avoid embarrassment, they didn't want Migori to thrash them, and that gave them a little more confidence. Also, the coach, with all the experience that he has in the KPL, playing in the KPL, this helped them gain the quality that they needed, and this gave them an upper hand against Migori Youth. Because Migori Youth, you see right now, for the first time they were hoping, maybe in their mind, they were too much focused, in the KPL and not in the game at hand, and they forgot the current match that they were playing.
Yes.
Wazito were more calm, more relaxed, and they pressed more. And that's why even the first goal led by the captain Onyango,
right,
then Robert and Collins, and and this I think helped them to avoid the embarrassment, because they knew were they to be thrashed by Migori, then it would be a whole of insults hurled at them. And Wazito, with the experience that they've had, I believe they had to make sure that they did not concede any goal against Migori. And this, I think, will help improve them. And right now, in KPL, I know that there are stronger teams than Wazito, but I know they have a chance of improving.
Right.
But all congratulations to them, and congratulations as well to Migori Youth. Yes, they failed, but you see, they are a recent team, they are a new team. They are more focused on National Super League. They haven't focused on the KPL, which was a big dream for them. But you see, like they say, never give up, because if you give up, then that means your dream is as well as dead. So Migori Youth need to be patient, and one day, after gaining more experience, then maybe they can, move to the KPL. But congratulations to both teams, and much respect to Wazito as well.
Now, definitely, yes. Migori Youth, they were, not happy with the result. It was quite unfortunate for them. But when you look at the odds right now, they have a chance to, redeem themselves. Remember, after Shabana, IFC, and Muranga Seal managed to get automatic qualification to the KPL. We know Shabana won the NSL champions. The Muranga Seal finishing number 2, automatic qualification. Then, of course, one can easily put it that kidogo competition pale NSL, of course it's still there, but they are bound to lead the NSL next season. So should they perform really well next season, they are lucky enough to not only win the champions of the National Super League, but as well also they might also get an automatic qualification depending on when where they will finish rather. But then again, when you look at Wazito FC, this is the second time fighting off relegation through playoffs. Last season they also did, the previous season rather, they also did that, and they managed to get a chance against Muranga Seal, and waka survive relegation this time, that time, and this time again against Migori Youth, they found themselves in a similar situation where they have to again fight for a place in the top flight. Now, don't you think they are really trading dangerous waters? Because we understand the likes of Shabana, the likes of Muranga Seals, these are teams that they offer competition because they've been promoted to the KPL. They're coming with different style of play, tactics. So if Wazito are not really careful, they might find themselves in a similar situation again the next season, or maybe at a relegatiwa, once again. What is your opinion on how they should really perform?
Yeah, that's very true, and I'm also sure Wazito in the KPL, there was a time they were at the bottom of the table, and they tried, but they haven't really improved much as against AFC. I remember it was 2-1, and then against Tusker 3-2, and now you saw. I think the only concern that Wazito right now have, and the thing they need to worry about, they were lucky today because they managed to thrash Migori Youth. But I think if they meet teams like Muranga and Shabana, then I believe that their fear for relegation, I think, is what keeps them up. But they have to improve they have to keep on improving so that they can rise up and not, keep on fighting for their position as in the league. Because you see in the KPL, they're always number 12 below on the bottom, and I think that's the reason. If the coach himself, I think, should advise the players so that they can avoid complaining a lot. They should also change their negative attitude, and always giving up very fast, quickly in the game, and that confuses the entire game and changes the mood, and that makes them concede a lot of goals. I think they need to improve their confidence. Even if they're down 1-0, then they should know they have a chance of changing the game in the second half.
Right.
But with them, we've seen them, once they concede the first goal, then it kind of looks like the players have, lost heart. So I think Migori Youth right now should also, adding on to what you said, they should also take encouragement in the fact that right now Shabana and Muranga are not in their division.
Right.
And I think this should help them press on so that they can be strong enough to lead the team, and then maybe they can join KPL as Shabana and Migori have done. You see, Migori Youth, Wazito right now
Right.
are very lucky because of managing to beat Migori, but I believe that Migori Youth, they're going to lead their NSL, and then maybe next time they'll have a chance. Next year, I think they'll be able to thrash Wazito, relegate them,
Right.
and then take their position. Because right now the KPL is a very competitive, league, and in my own opinion, I think if they meet Muranga and Wazito meet, I think Muranga has a chance of thrashing Wazito, and they have to make sure that they improve and they avoid the confusion that they normally have. They have to remain confident,
Right.
and that is what is important, because right now Muranga, they're coming in very motivated, and now they have a plan of revenging against
Right.
Wazito.
Right.
So I believe if they're not careful, Muranga one day will be able to even thrash them as well. So this is the reason why Wazito, they've been in the KPL a long
Yes.
time, but Muranga right now new
Right.
and motivated.
So thank you so much for that. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, let us know your opinion as far as Wazito, triumph over Migori Youth is concerned. Remember, they might be trading in dangerous waters, but then again, also they have a chance to again, redeem themselves. Remember, the FKF National Super League as well as the KPL transfer market is already open right now as we speak. Ilifunguliwa last week, and now till August 26th. We are going to find out, players are going to be traded in, so they have a chance to reinforce the team should they want to reinforce the team. And also you're going to see if the the likes of Muranga Seals, the likes of Shabana FC also acquiring new players, to try and battle it out in the FKF Premier League is concerned. But in case you missed that particular game, we have the highlight for you, and this is how it went down.
Just a minute.
Right.
Before we go to the clip.
Yes.
Also,
Yes.
Uganda.
Yes.
Also, Uganda with the transfer market, you've seen players moving in from
Right.
Uganda,
Right.
coming into Tusker. Tusker have acquired a new player.
Right.
I'm not sure. I'll confirm that later.
Right.
But they've already signed an agreement. So meaning, I think we'll wait and see
Yes.
if this will help Tusker
Right.
improve their squad or not.
Definitely reinforcements are going on. Tusker wako na machungu, they let Gor Mahia take away the cup, so of course they have to bring in new players. We're going to watch talk about that up pale kwa Gor Mahia. We're going to talk about Gor Mahia's situation as well, and this is well seen, especially in Masaya transfer market. It's very costly, and teams need to really be careful on how they are spending as far as bringing coaches and also players as well in the team. But then again, we have the highlight for you with Wazito FC getting past Migori Youth 3-0. They are beautiful, amazing goals, by the way. And one would wonder why are they mbona wachezi hivyo when the league continues. But this is how it went down between the two sides. Take a look. Past Migori Youth with 3-0. And of course, just like we said, they still have a chance to redeem themselves next season and try prove themselves, because they wamejipata in this situation back-to-back seasons. So it's creating, it's asking a lot of questions out there as far as the performance is concerned. Now on to our more local action. Let's talk about the embattled Gor Mahia club, because they have been wametupiliwa mbali as far as the CAF Champions League is concerned. They have been disqualified for participating once again because of the financial faults that they are making as far as paying players is concerned. Remember, if signing international players was a hobby in the KPL, Gor Mahia is well known for that, because they have went ahead to sign a lot of international players throughout the club's time in KPL, and it has really proven to be really tricky for them, because our league, they end up not paying some of these players, end their contracts. And when it comes to certain, measures, CAF measures, as far as qualifying for the Champions League is concerned, this is West in our tier, they find themselves in a really, really tough situation. Because right now, we are all aware they are under an automatic qualification after winning the 2022-2023 KPL season. But then again, they have had players in their camp previously, international players whom they have not really finished paying, their salaries and all that. But this is against CAF club licensing rules, and Article 63 clearly puts it out there that no overdue payables towards employees, it's allowed. It will be tolerated. And Gor Mahia had a specific deadline to finish the debts, finish the salaries, but they some of these players wrote to FIFA and they wrote to FIFA to call out Gor Mahia for their overdues in their payment. So this is one of the major reasons why Gor Mahia has been abandoned. Remember, they had a ban initially, but it was lifted, right? Just recently, I think 2 months ago, and with them again, faulting this and not finishing the payments, it begs to answer: is it really is it a must for us to acquire foreign players in the clubs? Remember, there's all this debate about growing homegrown players, supporting the local talent generally as far as the football is concerned. But a club like Gor Mahia, even FC Leopards have been flagged for the same mistakes. And what is your opinion on all this, Elvis? Because this goes again to show that we cannot get international friendlies in the CAF, for example. We're not going to feature for the important Champions League, the CAF Champions League tournament. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
thank you. Ben.
Okay.
I am also very concerned about this whole situation,
Yeah.
and I think it's very important that I think the biggest problem is that the leadership of the club is responsible.
Right.
Because I think right now they don't have the dream that we, the supporters, have. Because CAF is a very big event that we should be able to participate in, and I feel it's good, it's when the players are working well, the coach is good. I know what they expect at the end of that, all that hard work is, to get something in return for it. So that, you see, federations like CAF, they're responsible for exposing us to international friendlies.
Right.
Because I remember, there was a long time, previously, Gor was in CAF, they were participating, but right now, you see, right now we are like only focusing on the KPL right now. But I think it's very important that the leadership must take charge, because they're responsible for the funds, managing the funds, and paying the players. And right now, 2 times we've had the same issue. First with the ban, right now with the expulsion, disqualification. And I think right now people are very worried about Gor Mahia signing international players because of the money.
Right.
Right now we've been kicked out of CAF because we couldn't pay our players, and I think we need to become better, use these challenges so that we can become better. Because right now, if without CAF, now we're only focusing on the KPL, which
Right.
it's good, but it's not, to the standards. Because Tusker, they're there, and see, when you participate in these tournaments like CAF, then you see you can get sponsorships like the betting companies,
Right.
and get exposure as well. But you see right now, with the situation right now, I don't think there's a betting company that can try and support Gor with the situation that they have. So I think Gor Mahia must have a change. Even not right now, if they want new players, it's going to become a tricky situation.
Right.
Just like the article you mentioned that talks about clearing the expenses,
Right.
and paying the players. I think that is something, that a rule that Gor itself needs to focus on. Also, it is important that as a club we follow the ethics and the laws that govern football nation.
Right.
But right now, we are breaking the law. We are not following the ethics because we think it's going to be easy to solve, and every time it's excuses from the leadership.
Yes.
And I think it's high time we become serious right now, so that other teams do not get maybe the sponsorships that we would have gotten as a club. Because there's a lot of benefits for a team when
Right.
you participate in these other leagues apart from the KPL. So I think the leadership and the board needs to discuss with the chairman so that they discuss this issue and solve it, so that there has to also be a penalty for these leaders. For the last time when they were banned out of FIFA banned them from playing, it went without any penalty.
Right.
Because right now we are qualified, but right now we are being bundled out, disqualified, because of, you see, the laziness, and this has greatly disappointed the supporters. This will also definitely affect the opportunities that God might have had in the future. And I know right now people are going to complain a lot, and that is very true, because Gor Mahia right now, you see, I think their pride comes from the fact that other players play in other leagues as well. But right now, I think Gor right now is very in a very bad state, and I think they need to change the leadership. And if we have a new leadership, maybe one with more respect, then I think players will be more content, unlike right now the situation that they are having,
Right.
where players are feeling disheartened as well.
Okay, well, of course, without a doubt, just like you said, someone has to be held responsible for this. Now, is it the club? Is it the patron? Is it, generally there have to be someone, responsible for all this, and questions need to be asked, because these are quite important. Playing in the CAF Champions League, when you saw how Gor Mahia previously played against the likes of Zamalek FC, they were getting good results, and this for the overall for the general building of talents in the club. Some of these players get to be scouted to other clubs, and then they get that chance to further their career, and it's a big disappointment to see a big club like Gor Mahia flouting some of these rules that are the financial clauses that are being stipulated really well under CAF regulations. But then again, ladies and gentlemen, send us your opinion on that. We are eager to know how you feel about the whole situation, the whole Gor Mahia situation. And remember, the transfer, just like we said, the transfer market is again open. So we are going to keep an eye on Nani, and because there's no whole point of getting international players to the club, but then again you don't end up paying them, because without a doubt, of course, they bring that experience to the club. They add value to the club, so you have to show your dedication back to them by paying them their dues and for what they do. Remember, there have been quite good names in the Gor Mahia club, the likes of Tuisenge, who did really well for the club before he moved out. Some big names have already done their part. They did well, but some of these players, because some of these players who are claiming they have not been paid, when you look at their career, they've not been doing really well. So you also ask yourself, whoever is scouting these players and bringing them, what is their main agenda at the end of the day? Because kama ingekuwa our own local players complaining that they have not been paid, then that would make sense, because kidogo tunaona they're contributing much to the team. Some of these players, their records, the international players, that some of their records are not really standard for them to play. But then again, we end up owing them money, and they risk the future of our clubs, just like we are seeing the situation with Gor Mahia now.